One of the most concerning environmental problems is the shortage and contamination of water. Do you think that nano can address this problem?
Absolutely. There are multiple examples of research that's going on using graphene sheets, using nanoscale carbon nanotube structures to clean water, to test water, to improve the water treatment plants. There's even nanotechnology filters that the people in India can take a sample out of the Ganges River and put it through this filter, and it goes from muddy, dark, contaminated water to clean, pure water that can actually be drunk. There are amazing things going on in the research field. Another thing that I wanted to mention is we now can create credit card size implements that we can stick into the water and get an immediate response of any contamination or the quality of that water. Normally, you go out, you take a sample of the water, you send it off to a lab somewhere, and you wait for 3 or 4 days to get the results back. But now you can immediately know if there's contamination or if it's safe water to either use on your plants or, more importantly, to cook with, to drink. Is it okay? And that's because of nanotechnology. So there's a lot of good things going on.
Do you think that there are other environmental related issues that nano can address?
Everything from making better materials that are less polluting, improving manufacturing process, and also cleaning the air, helping to remove contamination from the air, but also to reduce the processes that contribute to air pollution. For example, in China, they create a lot of concrete and cement. And that is one of the biggest contributors to air pollution in China, is that production of that material. We can put in carbon nanotubes into that material using less concrete, but still having the same physical properties, the structure, the strength that we want. And that's nanotechnology helping to change the manufacturing process, and the secondary effect is it reduces the air pollution. So it's not just water, but nanotechnology can help with a lot of environmental aspects, environmental issues.
You know, it seems like we are creating a little bit too rosy picture. Do you think that there are also cons for implementing nano-based technologies into the environment?
Yes, we've got to be careful, because in the use of nanotechnology, we can inadvertently contribute to some pollution. Certainly not on purpose, but there are certainly cons. The manufacturing processes, some of these things that I alluded to earlier, the graphene sheets that can be used for cleaning water, the manufacture of those at a large scale is a challenge. So the cost and the manufacturing are also challenges of implementing nanotechnology and understanding if there are or are not any inadvertent effects of that technology. If we're using nanoparticles to create new materials, what's the end life for those materials, and will they be toxic? And an example of that, I think, is very recent, is zinc oxide nanoparticles. They were putting those nanoparticles into sunscreen. Now, zinc oxide has been in sunscreen for a long time, but it was that white sunscreen because of the size of the zinc oxide particles. Making them nanoscale made that sunscreen basically transparent. Everybody liked that. You didn't have a white nose anymore. And however, the concern with zinc oxide nanoparticles getting into the water system, because people put on sunscreen and then they go into the ocean or the lake, they'll go into water, the sunscreen comes off. And so we're putting zinc oxide nanoparticles into the water system. So there's potential unforeseen toxicity aspects that have to be studied right along with the research that's looking at the positive aspects. We need to understand what the end of life for that nanoparticle is. And it's quite possible that in the creation of nanoparticles for biological applications in the human body, hopefully they're beneficial to the human body, but after those nanoparticles have done their work and are eliminated from our bodies, Where do they go? What happens to them? Are we putting nanoparticles with drugs into the water treatment plants, into the water system? So there's things that need to be thought about. People need to look at the whole picture and the lifetime of a nanoscale material. It needs a whole team of people from different areas.
When you look at nanotechnology in an environmental lenses, would you say that it's more of an opportunity or a problem?
Definitely an opportunity. There is a large body of research that's going on that is using nanoscale materials to clean water, to test water, to clean the environment from an air standpoint. There's lots of opportunity to use nanoscale materials, that's for sure.
Deb, thank you so much for coming here today.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. My pleasure.